Hello and welcome back to the finishing line, proudly sponsored by Glistian Events, and we are here for Ante-Post Cheltenham video number 5. Tom unfortunately missed a few shows, so he has 3 selections to put up. So we leave him discuss his first 2, and then we'll go around the room as we did the last couple of shows. I'll go first for the new selections. Before we hit this off, let's have a little recap of selections. Andrew?
Facile Vega for the Turners, Banbridge for the Ryanair, and
there's 2 more.
What?
There's 2 more. So you're struggling here. You don't even remember.
I can't remember.
Sean, can you remember yours?
Yeah, Giovinco.
I do remember. Go on.
Giovinco for the RSA, Enola for the Mayor's Novices Hurdle, Astro Diamond for the Mayor's Hurdle. Tully Hill was the last one.
Yep, that's 4.
Yeah, that's the one.
Andrew?
Cam Kiley was another one.
He's gone.
Who's the other one? For the love of God, I gone blank.
Mirzor West.
Baby Fernie. That's working out fantastically, this one so far.
Tom, your 2 so far?
My 2 so far are Mascada for the Mayor's Chase and West Balboa for the Mayor's Hurdle.
And my 4 are Dice who we saw this week, and she looks rapidly fast for the Mayor's Novice Hurdle. Sandor Clegane for the Brown Advisory, which is it's another new name again this year. I don't know it, not learning it. It's the RSA as far as I'm concerned.
It's always going to be the RSA.
The team captain was Gaelic Warrior, and he's apparently going chasing now. I still don't believe it, and I actually don't think if he does go chasing, he'll go for the RSA. He'll be a Turner's horse, I'd say. And then the last one was Allaho before he ran the other day, and he was 7-1, and now he's like 3-1.
Value, David.
The Tom Raine School of Value.
We both got value on horses so far. Tom will be proud of us.
Had to jump in there early.
Very proud, guys.
Okay, so obviously we had Cheltenham this weekend. We've no review show. We'll do that during the week. So we're having this show instead. We didn't get to see those horses. We don't really want to get to talk about those horses after seeing them. So Tom, you have 3 to do. Let's go. Your first 2, we'll take a little break, we'll yours, and then you're going to have the very, very last one. Take it away.
Yeah, well, I'm just actually going through them here, and there was one that Johnny Deneen gave a mention to, and I thought he was going to take him on me, but he didn't. So fair play, Johnny. He's getting something right this year anyway. He's selecting something near the right horses, although he does think Dino Blue is going to be 5-4 shot. Let's not talk about that.
What?
He thinks Dino Blue is going to be a 5-4 shot for the Mayor's Chase, so he's put it up 11-2.
She's 7-2 in places now already.
She's not going to fight 4.
I do not think she'll go off favourite.
She'll go off favourite. She'll go off fight 4.
I don't think Allegory is much good, to be honest. What else is in the race?
Mascada.
What kind of horse is going to have fight 4 for that race?
Unfortunately, Tom, it would seem Mascada is not going to go down that route, so I think that one is gone.
Yeah, it would pull stumps on that.
The thoughts about it were right, but by the sounds of things, she's going to go 2-mile route. So, and I'm not saying she doesn't stay, because she evidently does stay, because she did a Limerick that day. But I think you're wrong on this, Tom. Unfortunately,
I think they'll end up there, and I know we're going off track now. We need to hurry up, but it's like Nicky Henderson said on the Nicola Daily podcast about John Bon. He said, "Look, we're going to start him off. We'll probably give him another run over 2 miles in the Tingle Creek as well." And then we're going to see, does he need to go up and trip? Like, they're still not ruling it out. That Ryanair is not off the cards for him. If anything was to happen to Allaho, he's an absolute nail on certainty to go there, because he'll pick it up with his eyes closed. So my first selection is Free Card Bragg. I was all over him last year, and he got well punted. He went off 4-1 for the Albert Bartlett. And then he did as usual, really. He was only beaten 5 lengths into 5th. He kind of travels all right, in fairness to him. He just flattens out then and just stays on the one pace. He looks like a chaser. All last year, you were looking at and thinking, this lad's going to be a lovely staying chaser in time. He showed he's enough class. He only got beaten a net by in the pocket of 2-mile-4 over hurdles. And yeah, I give him a nice chance. I think Gordon likes a horse for the amateur jockeys, the National Hunt Chase. You guys got sucked into the Tremor run of Salvador Ziggy. I can't see that.
Whoa! Do not put me in that bracket.
Okay, some of you, Andrew, Dave and Sean there got dragged into that, but I can't see him being anywhere near good enough, to be honest. And yeah, I'd take the chance of this lad. He's 33-1, I believe. So yeah, I take a chance.
So baffled right now.
You literally just said Salvador Ziggy. It wouldn't be good enough, but
I don't think much of Salvador Ziggy.
I think you fucking lost your mind, to be honest.
He's a handicapper. He's nowhere near a Grade 1 horse. He's a handicapper.
What do you think 3-Card Bragg is?
A bow.
Very near a Grade 1 horse, and that was over hurdles, and he looks a chaser. So
very near a Grade 1 horse.
Personally, I'd have him over Salvador any day.
Very near a Grade 1 horse.
Yeah. What's Salvador Ziggy?
What's Salvador Ziggy then?
He's better than 3-Card Bragg. That's what it is. That's what he is.
The word you're looking for, a handicapper, Dave.
My nanny, God bless her soul, is dead nigh on 15 odd years, and she's faster than that fucking horse. Like, I don't care if it's National on Chase, a Paradibice in Czech Republic,
race.
a 2-mile bloody Ascot Gold Cup. That horse is terrible.
I don't call him
terrible. He's definitely not terrible, but anyway. Just to point out as well, his half brother was actually second in an RSA, and he improved markedly for a fence. So I think I've got that angle up my sleeve as well.
If me aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle, Tom. You need to get
over. No, these days you could do that.
You need to get over this brother and sister and jizz and jazz and fucking everything in between. Just because his brother was second in RSA don't mean like his 3 legs or 4 legs work the same. Like
his half brother improved for a fence, just like it looks like this lad will, and he was second in RSA. I think if you talk,
I think we're playing family fortunes here, to be honest.
Who's his half brother?
Because every time Tom puts up a horse to see someone's brother or sister.
Yeah. Everyone's someone's brother or sister, though.
Pedigrees work well, lads.
Who's his half brother?
Idle talk.
It's actually worth it. Sean is family fortunes.
Sorry, but it says.
We asked 100 people. What do you think of 3-Card Bragg? Top answer was
yak.
Ding 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 ding. Fuck yeah!
It's like Sean's Twitter post that he's on today, getting a bit of stick. Who's faster, Facile Moose or Facile Vega? Marine Moose or Facile Vega, even? I don't know.
Sean gets really roped into it. It's like you're abusing his child. It's like, relax.
100%.
So that's the first one. What's the second one?
Right, well, I'm not gonna. I see. I rattled a few feathers with that one, which I didn't really think I would. So I'm gonna go fairly steady on the next one, and then I'll leave the other one for the end.
Right.
So the next one is Affadale Fury for the Brown Advisory RSA, whatever you want to call it, 20-1. Yeah, see, I knew that would steady the ship a little bit here, lads.
It's a bit better, Tom.
Look, he went off 150-1 and was second in the Albert Bartlett. He's only beaten a length. Clearly showed a liking for Cheltenham. He improved his form there, even though his form was fairly good apart from that run at Naas, where he tailed something obviously wasn't right that day. Fair play to No Mead and the team for getting him back and going to Cheltenham even in the first place. He then proved it wasn't a fluke. He went to Punchestown and he got battered by Gaelic Warrior, in fairness. But he got beaten 10 lengths there, but he was 6 lengths clear of the rest of them and cemented the form. So he's come out then in Galway. He's beaten Favori de Chamdou, who is no bad horse himself. And what I liked was, I think for the staying chasers is what you want is like a sensible jumper. I don't think you want these extravagant lads who are taken off outside the wings. We said it about Galloping de Champs, didn't we? He was a bit extravagant with his jumping, and we wanted to just chill out a little bit, which he did last year. But this lad got in close, and when he got in close, he picked his legs up well. He never looked like falling. And then when he met them right, he just jumped them sensibly. He didn't go launching himself or taking off outside the wings. So I think there could be plenty to come. I think he'll go under the radar because of his trainer and his owner. And I think in a wide open Brown advisory, he's a good bet, 20-1. I think I was going through that market today, and I think it's about 14's the field now, or it's 6 the field with Gaelic Warrior. But as Dave was on about him before, I think he's a Turner's horse. And then you've got Stay Away Faye, who's 10-1, and he only beat Malent. So wide open, and I'm happy to take a chance on Affidel Fury, 20-1.
Okay, very good. We'll come back to Tom to finish off. Myself, Andrew, and then Sean will go with our selection number 5. I've gone first most weeks, so we'll keep that same track record. And I have this horse backed for 2 races. Andrew's put him up for 1 race already, and I cannot go another week without putting him up for the Arkle. And it's Sean has him up there. It's Facile Vega.
I'm not impressed.
Tom hates the horse. I don't know why, because he's just beautiful. He's everything you want in a national hunt horse. Big, long striding galloper. He attacks the race the right way. He maybe fences might calm down a little bit because he's a bit wild. We all know he's a bit wild, but I think that's kind of what makes him who he is. It's similar to Gaelic Warrior is a bit wild. I think if you took that all out of him, he wouldn't be the same horse. With the news over the week that Marine Nationale won't be out till maybe Christmas, I would
Let's not get into that.
debate that is not because people been on Twitter about running scared of Facile. I wouldn't think that at all. I just think he's either jumping like a wardrobe or he's injured, because it doesn't make any sense to me to keep him in his box till he said 5 weeks is actually 6 weeks till after Christmas. When there's plenty of races. The horse travelled to Cheltenham last year, grand, and fair enough, it's harder to travel, but there's plenty of races, and there's little easy chases he can run over 2 miles, and there's loads of them about. It makes no sense to me why you'd wait till Leopardstown or Christmas.
There's one on Friday in the certain.
There's one on Friday, that's a grade 2, and it would be easily mopped up by a horse of Marine Nationale standard. Yeah, at Cheltenham. So I think Facile is the play here. If Tom was backing him, it'd still be an each way price because he's still 9-2 in some places. I think he'll win on Saturday. We're obviously recording this after. And I needed to get him in the team before that, because if he wins and he proves that he can jump and he wins on the Houdini, he'll be half the price. So it's Facile Vega.
What do you mean if he wins?
Oh, sure, look.
You know what, Dave? That's it.
People have landed on the moon and all that stuff.
I'd say if he falls, he's still short.
Like he proves he's alive like Allaho.
No, do you know what will happen? Declarations come out. He's definitely running. He's now 7-2.
And like I said, I have this horse back for the Turners as well. I have him backed in numerous bets for boat races. And I thought he'd go to the Turners, but everything is now saying that he's going to go for the Arkle, which is fine by me. I don't train him, so it's all
Does he have to take over as team captain now?
I'm sure he has to be.
Expensive signing
transfer
window.
He was always going to be in there, and I really tied between him and Mercer West.
I'm shocked you haven't put these up already. Mercer's West price is just getting shorter and shorter.
Is the best bets I have, so probably Ante-Post, but look, it is what it is. Can't put them all in.
I actually think it's the right time to get him in, because if he runs, he's going to run against in the pocket, and beating him, I think that's going to do a lot of damage to his price.
Could you imagine the state you'll be in if in the pocket managed to beat him?
Oh, if If he runs, I'm going to Navan. You will see me diving off the top of that stand if that happens.
It's good content right there.
Andrew, your number 5.
Before Sean decides to do away with himself because of a horse, let's move on. You are getting way too caught up in this horse, young man. Let's just have it. Right, my 5th selection for 2024 Cheltenham Festival is, in the Stayers Hurdle, a horse that fell at the weekend, Sir Gerhard. I cannot see this horse going back over fences. He's after having so many chances to show that he actually enjoys it. He hates it. He just pure and out hates it. He makes so many mistakes during the races. We saw at the weekend. Once the taps are turned on, he finds it very hard. We talked about it in last week's show to get his front end up high enough to clear a fence. He clips him. He falls. He'll go through it. He looks like a chaser, but he just can't jump properly. Done the same kind of over hurdles, but you get away with it over hurdles.
He also led in a lot of his races over hurdles, so he was making his own kind of pace.
Yeah. So I genuinely don't think we see him over fences again. And I went through the market, and I still couldn't believe his price. His best price 22 to 1. His 20s, his 16s in places. Look, his hurdle form is there to see. He's a multiple Grade 1 winner. He beat Three Stripe Life, who we all thought was going to be a good chaser, but he had the same problem. He fell and sadly lost his life. But if you look at the market right now, and we're all saying this is one of the most open races of the festival. We've T Hoopu, who is in their current favourite. Like, I'll say it again, if you can't beat the horses like Sire de Burley and Dashiell Drasher in what was it's probably bad this year's terrible Stayers Hurdle, what's suddenly you're going to change
his
that form?
Optimum conditions last year because he likes heavy ground and he couldn't beat Dashiell Drasher and Sir de Burley.
Dashiell Drasher, who's a suspect stayer.
Who's as old as my nanny, would you believe?
But he's not dead. Like both of them are dead.
Was there really any need for that?
He's dead as well, so it's okay. I can say it. Both of them are dead. But look, we have T Hoopu at the top of the market. I don't like him. A lot of people think this thing is an absolute shoe-in for this. I don't have it. Then we've that French yoke that every Tom, Dick and Harry is talking about. No. We know what happens to French horses when they come over here. Sean has a hard-on for this thing. No. Don't know why, and I will not know why.
Overbet as well.
Yeah.
Price is terrible.
6 to 1 joint favourite or something like that.
Very consistent.
In France. In FIFA La France.
Yeah, but you get a 165 plus out of him. Who's going to produce that?
That'll go France. I will repeat. In France. Has jumping bushes about this height. If he wants to, they're jumping, make hurdles that don't even look like hurdles.
You were going to say make-believe there.
Make-believe hurdles. They are make-believe. They're not real hurdles. They're not hurdles he's going to meet over here. Yes, they'll probably school him at home and whatnot. He's never raced around a track like Cheltenham. I tell you, it's flat as a pancake. They'll go around in a circle. Cheltenham's up, down, around, everything else you want to go with it. Unless they've been him over before to get used to it, like, no, thank you. You can keep him at 6 to 1. Good luck to you. Marie's Rock does stay. Saw that entry. If any chance she was ever going to stay, she got beat by Sir de Burley. She got outstayed. Plain and simple. She travelled there on the dicky, and even though she doesn't have a dicky, she travelled there. Like, I can't even say swinging either. She just let you swing out of it. She travelled there, didn't stay. Anyway, David Sire de Burley. If you can't do Bruno, no thanks. Let's be clear about what's going chasing.
Bruno.
Don't you fucking start, I swear to God. Don't. No, we're not doing that. You have a Bond who's still down in Australia. Classical Dream does to stay around Cheltenham over 3 miles. Glencoe West, Gaelic Warrior, Nick Rock, and you've Sir de Burley or Sir Gerhard. He goes back over hurdles.
You've got 60 seconds.
He goes back over hurdles. He might. I can see him run the Christmas hurdle at Leopardstown. Obviously, Christmas time.
We're playing countdown now.
Sir Gerhard, 20 to 1 for the Stayers hurdle. Move on.
Oh, you bet the clock. Oh, I love it. Fuck. Sean.
Good pick on that.
No.
Fuck you.
I'll keep this one short and sweet for you.
You have a fucking horse who's going chasing.
He's going to pick the French horse.
If you pick the French horse, and turn you off.
He was French once upon a time. Ante-Post pick number 5 is going to come in the Turners Novices Chase, and it's going to be Gaelic Warrior at 10 to 1. I think this is a bit of an unpopular opinion. I think people have him as a dead-on cert for the RSA, and I'd be of a different opinion. We know he's alive and well. He was supposed to run at Fairy House, and that card was called off But my thinking behind it is the Turners is a much easier race than the RSA. The RSA can be a grueling races on horses, and I pulled out the last 5 winners. La Presse has run since twice, one win and didn't make the Gold Cup. Monkfish didn't make the Gold Cup the year after. Champ pulled up in the Gold Cup, top of the game, didn't make the Gold Cup, and Presenting Percy was 8th. So for longevity of horses, I think it's easier to go the Turner's route. It's a much easier race, and it doesn't take as much out of them. I think you seen Willie do similar with Gallop in the Champ, where he was stepped up to 3 miles at Punchestown and Novice Hurdle, was then dropped back down to middle distances for chases. I can see the exact same thing happening here with Gaelic Warrior. I think the route is perfect. If he gets him out around now, then he can go to Limerick and then maybe the Dublin Racing Festival on to Cheltenham. I think he probably, that if he sticks to them 2.5 mile races, I can't see why he's going to go up to 3 miles. And if Willie keeps Facile at 2, well, then it's going to be even better for the chances. And short and sweet, Gaelic Warrior, I think he's going to have a cracking chance. The left-handed is an issue that people are going to bring up. I think he was fine at Cheltenham last year. I'd be keen to see him go over fences to make sure it's not exaggerated. But if he's stuck down the rail like he was last year, there was no issue. It's only when he gets out into broad daylight at Leopardstown where we've seen him go right. But this season, going down to the last with Champ Coyley, they didn't come over to the stand. He was down the centre, and it didn't cause too much of a hindrance. So I think Gaelic Warrior and the Turners at 10-1 is a good bet.
Yeah,
I couldn't back him a counterfeit money over fence around Cheltenham.
To be honest, I think that's beautiful work with the stats really RSA. I love that now because I'm all for that. I think Tom agrees that he's a Turner's horse. I would have never considered him an RSA horse this year because I thought he'd go for the Stayers Hurdle. And now it seems Facile's going for the Arkle. I think he's 100% Turner's bound if Facile stays at 2 miles. He gave all the reasons why. I also think if he did jump a bit erratically, he wouldn't get away with it against the real strong stayers like Tom mentioned, Stay Away Faye, Affordale Fury, Sandra Clegane. It's actually a decent race. Giovinco's in there. Lucinda has a couple of horses in there. And the Turners without Facile Vega is just a bad race.
Yeah, I was looking through like the market. Like you have him in the pocket, Facile Vega in the pocket leading, and he's next in at 10-1. You're probably looking and saying them two probably won't go there, so he could be cut the favourite after this weekend.
Good stuff. Tom, selection number 3 of today's show.
Strap yourselves in, guys. You are going to enjoy.
You have about 4 minutes.
That's going to take at least 6. You're going to enjoy. You're going to enjoy this, viewers. So my what is it? My 6th tip on the Ante-Post videos.
5th tip.
On
if this is Presenting Percy, I'm leaving.
Presenting Percy's dead.
Is it?
I don't know.
This horse has enough hype around him that this horse has more hype around him than Presenting Percy did. It's in the Arkle, and it's a horse called Facile Vega.
What the fuck?
This is horseshit.
What the fuck is going on here?
You're joking me.
Is this April 1st? April Fool's Day.
No, I think if you...
I've had an ear infection for a week, and that's really fucked me up.
Whoa. All these previous videos are going to have to be pulled up now by the viewers, please, if you want to show it.
I'm right off here now.
Now, as I said, he's more hyped than Presenting Percy. He's way overhyped, and I actually feel sorry for the horse, and I feel sorry for his owners, Willie Mullins, Patrick Mullins, Paul Townend, everyone connected to him, because the thing is just talked about like he's the second coming of Jesus Christ. Yeah, however,
I am awake.
When you get to this race, and we've already discussed a lot of this on the show today, I'm not too. I can see why Barry Connell isn't running Marine National on bottom of the scrap. I can understand it. However, it doesn't fill you with confidence. He's saying that he only had 2 runs last year and went to Cheltenham and won. I think hurdling is slightly different to chasing. I prefer him to have a little bit more experience. Then you get to Facile Vega. He's out this weekend. He's making his chase debut. But you look at the market for the Arkle, and it is terrible, lads. Mr. Policeman, who I know you like, Sean. I'm
saying Facile Vega.
I'm in shock.
Him. In the pocket is going to go up in trip, I reckon. I think he's a Turner's horse. And then the next in the market, lads, is Sharjah and Blood Destiny. So
and Zenta.
Zenta's not even in the book in many places, and I'm actually really interested in her. And I was scrolling through Willie's stable tours, and he was kind of saying that he's got to speak to the owners to see if he's going tracing or if he's not. She really is one to look out for, but I'll have to pass on her for now. But the state of that market, lads, behind these two, if anything happens to Marine Nationale, or they are putting it off, like as you said, Dave. Could easily go to Cheltenham for a novice chase around there if they really wanted to. Like, the ground's not going to be too bad there this weekend. But Facile is getting out there. And look, for all I took the piss.
I can't believe this. I still can't believe it.
He's backtracking faster than Michael Jackson now.
He obviously only had, 5 or 6 weeks between the Dublin Race Festival and Cheltenham. So so
you're buying into this theory now, Tom?
I've always bought into the theory, but the theory is that he's just like, this horse should never be beaten. The fact is, the horse has been beat. He is beatable. I'd be very afraid of Marine Nationale if he turns up in the Arkle on full form. The other thing that you've got to take into account is, I know it was fairly soft there when he won the Supreme, so maybe he isn't as ground dependent as they think he is, but if it turned up bottomless, that is going to be against him. And we know that Facile will handle that. I just think there's enough factors there to back him at 9-2. And the Arkle over the Turners, because I, like Sean, think that Gaelic Warrior is a Turners horse. I also think Grange-Clare West is a Turners horse as well. So I think Willie's got a couple of Turners horses, and I think he's only got one proper Arkle horse. So yeah, I'm going to put him up 9-2. I think he's a fair price.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
Are they packing up and leaving?
Probably.
Yeah, thinking about it. Yeah.
You've had enough. You're off.
I can't believe that.
Packing my shit and going.
Yeah.
Holy fucking Jesus! That's the shocking one, Tom. It's very
Tom
Tom
knows deep down, no matter what, he's going to improve.
To be honest,
and
I know what's at happening here, right? Tom thought DRF, Marine Nationality at DRF, and he'd beat Facile, and Tom would laugh and like, "Oh, you're not having your champagne now, and you're not in the winners' enclosure." And now he's slowly backtracking.
You said you'd never learn him,
so he can get in the photo.
It was all a rule, lads. I really like him.
Yeah, to get in the photo. Oh my gosh, that is a shocking one.
I've always said he's a grade 1 horse. He is liable to a superstar, I think. But I think if you look at that Arkle market, there's only one in there. It's Marine Nationale, and that's it. So he's a good bet at 9-2, I think.
And it's not Mr. Police then.
Who bet Sprinter and Q Card and
Alfroth?
Bless his soul, Spirit Son in the Supreme?
Alfroth.
Did Alfroth ever beat them ever again?
No, but he won the Paddy Power.
Just remember that, Ginger Joe. And on that note, that's Ante-Post video number 5 done. Please like and subscribe. Do the usual. Leave your comments below, because I know people are playing along each week on these videos. Thank you to our sponsors, Glistian Events. The little tagline down the end, special offer for the Cheltenham Festival packages. We'll be back Wednesday for a preview and to discuss all that happened at Cheltenham.